YouTube, Quinn Wade, checking in with that instant analysis on the Detroit Pistons and the Utah Jazz. I haven't forgot about them. I'm still watching every game for the most part. And I'm just going to tell you what I liked and I didn't like about this game and the teams and what they have been doing so far this season. The Jazz won 126 to 119. The Pistons go to 11 and 17. The Jazz finally won their sixth game out of 26, so they 6 and 20. And the Utah Jazz really came out strong, 48 to 19 in that first quarter, and 35 to 19 allowed the Pistons to make up some of that separation that the Jazz got. And the Jazz came back and trailed even the third quarter with a 32 to 30 third quarter by the Pistons, and the Pistons also got a little bit more ground made up with that fourth quarter 33 to 29. But that lead was so enormous that it was impossible for the Pistons to come back and win this game, it felt like, and they didn't. But you got to give credit to the Jazz. They got up big. They stayed up basically the entire game, and they was able to get the win, and that's what they came here for, and that's what they suited up for. And they haven't played well this entire season. They haven't defended well. They haven't scored throughout the entire game. And even this game, you can say the Pistons had gave them shot a legitimate shot to try to win this game, but it was just a little too late for the Pistons, and the Jazz was able to basically cruise on this one just because of that first quarter. John Collins, 16 points, 5 personal fouls. He did have 6 turnovers, 1 block, 9 rebounds, 3 was offensive, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from 3, 4 of 10 from the field. He did a great job scoring the basketball. Got some problems defensively that he didn't stay disciplined. He was reachy, he was touchy, and that usually gets you ticky-tack fouls too, and it just happens. But he still had a decent game tonight in those 37 minutes that he played. Laurie Marketing, 27 points, plus 17 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, 14 rebounds, a double-double for him, 20 and 10. 3 of them was offensive. He was 10 to 10 from the free throw line, 3 of 9 from 3, 7 to 15 from the field. He didn't fall in love with that 3 entirely, but he did a good job still shooting over smaller defenders, making advantage of the mismatches, and getting to the free throw line where he made every single one of them that he took, and he took double figures, so that shows you how unguardable and unstoppable he really was in this game. Walker Kessler only had 6 points. He was a plus 15 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 4 blocks, 4 assists, 12 rebounds. 5 of them on the offensive, 3 of 6 from the field. Colin Sexton, 30 points, plus 7 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls. He had 10 turnovers because he just kept going and going at people, attacking people, even if it was the wrong thing to do. And he was just making bad decisions. But a lot of those decisions was the reason why he ended up with 30. As crazy as that's going to seem to people. 3 steals, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 5 of 7 from 3, 9 of 15 from the field. And Keontae George, he scored some big shots and made some big plays throughout this game to keep Utah atop of the Pistons when it comes to scoring. And he had 28 plus 17 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 5 turnovers, 1 block, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He was 7 of 13 from 3. They needed a lot of the threes that he took. He scored them at the right time. He also was 8 of 17 overall from the field tonight. Drew Ebanks, 4 points, minus 8 and plus minus, 2 personal foul, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. He was 2 of 5 from the field. Bryce, 5 points, plus 5 and plus minus, 2 personal foul, 1 turnover, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 of 3 from the field. Micah Potter, 2 points, plus 13 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 4 rebounds, 1 of was offensive, 1 of 1 from the field. Jordan Clarkson, 3 points, minus 10 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 4 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 5 assists, 1 rebound, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 1 of 6 from the field. And then Johnny Juzang, 5 points, minus 16 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 3 rebounds. 1 of them was offensive, 1 of 2 from the 3-point line. and 2 of 5 from the field. Just remember, Jordan Clarkson did get ejected in this game for squaring up and being ready to throw them hands if needed and if necessary. But obviously, it got broke up before that can even happen. Other than that, the rest of the guys did not play coach's decision. 39 of 83, 47% from the field, 20 of 40, 50% from three, 28 of 31, 90% from the free throw line. They had 62 rebounds in this game, and 15 of them was offensive. 23 assists, 5 steals, 8 blocks, 27 turnovers, which is way too much. 19 personal fouls and 126 points. And then the Pistons. They still trying to find a way to correct their season and play better, but they couldn't get that done tonight successfully. Tobias Harris, 8 points, minus 17 and plus minus 3 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 3 of 13 from the field. Asar Thompson, 9 points, 1 steal, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 3 of 9 from the field. Tim Hardaway Jr., 8 points, minus 20, and plus minus 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 0 of 1 from the free throw line, 2 of 9 from 3, 3 of 11 from the field. He didn't really have it going tonight. Kept trying to be aggressive, kept trying to keep the defense honest. Didn't really happen, but he did what he could. Jalen Duran, 8 points, minus 26, and plus minus 3 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 2 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 was offensive, 4-4 from the field. Had a lot of good runs to the basket and got some strong finishes, but couldn't really get it going in a dominant fashion tonight. Really, none of the starters did that outside of Cade Cunningham tonight, where he had 33 points, led everybody on the team outside of Malik Beasley, who had 26. I'll get to that later. Minus 5 and plus minus, he fouled out with 6 personal fouls. But the game was basically over at that point anyway. 4 turnovers, 4 blocks. He actually had 1 steal, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 4-4 from the free throw line, 3 of 8 from 3, 13 of 23 from the field. I like his leadership in this game. He never wanted to quit. He kept trying. He kept doing whatever he could to encourage his teammates and play well, even though they was down bad in this game. And he just kept coming and coming and coming and kept trying to make things happen. Just couldn't really work for the team. But the bench, in my personal opinion, played better than the starters in this game. Fontecchio, 6 points, plus 10 and plus minus 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. 1 was offensive, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 3 from the field. Paul Reed, 12 points, plus 11 and plus minus 2 turnovers, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 1 assist, 9 rebounds. 4 was offensive, 6 of 9 from the field. Ronald Holland, 4 points, plus 6 and plus minus 2 personal foul, 3 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the field. Malik Beasley, 26 points, plus 7 and plus minus 1 steal, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 of 3 from the free throw line, 7 of 19 from 3, 9 of 26 from the field. He really was hitting some threes and finding a way to still help this team out offensively, even though this team didn't really have it going the entire game, especially defensively. But they started to pick it up more once they seen the league get out of control, but it was just a little too late to be able to win the game. Marcus Sasser, 5 points, minus 1 and plus minus 4 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 4 assists, 1 rebound, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 2 of 5 from the field. The rest of the guys did not play. Injuries, illness, or coach's decision. 46 of 105, 43% from the field, 13 to 47, 27% from 3, 14 of 18, 77% from the free throw line, 39 rebounds, which is nowhere near as close to be able to catch the Jazz even in the rebound category. They also had 26 assists, which they did do better than the Jazz. They also had 10 steals and 8 blocks. That was a tie for blocks. They turned the ball over less, and they also committed more personal fouls, which had ended up being 25 as a team, and they just scored a little bit less points than the Jazz at the end of the day. But the Jazz not going to really care that they let them come back and have a chance to at least get back in the game to win it. But they handled their business. They got it done, and it wasn't the prettiest game. Wasn't the most gorgeous game to watch. Didn't really have the greatest highlights, but it still was fun to see. You know, two teams that's on the same type of talent level go out there and compete and try to see who can win this game. It's still a long season, still a lot of games to be played, and it's going to be interesting to see how their seasons turn out, especially with the trade deadline among us now, where everybody almost eligible to be traded. And we're going to see if these teams going to be fine with where they're at, or just fine with where they're at in the standing, so they can get a high draft pick this year instead of going for a veteran, or you never know if a star becomes available. I don't think these teams are going to be in that running or in that race to try to upgrade their roster at this point. They just want to see what they have, see what they're trying to keep, see what they're trying to improve on as a group and as individual players too, and continue to see how they can build their future up with some new young talent as they try to add that in the draft. So we'll see what happens with both of these teams. I'm still watching. I'm still doing analysis on them, even though their season has been abysmal to a certain extent. Got to do the good and the bad, because sometimes you go through bad things and you learn from it, you grow from it, you get smarter, you get wiser, and it just make your life a lot better, and you appreciate the things you've been through, because it help you appreciate the things you have when things are going right and don't going good. And that's the way that you have to have your mentality be, even if you're in a situation like the Jazz and the Pistons. You still got to look at the bright side, still got to count your blessings to the best of your ability, because things can get better, and most of the time things will get better, and you have to believe in, you have to put in your part and do your part for it to happen too. And that's why I like what Cade Cunningham was doing as a leader in this game. He's one of my favorite players to watch. He's one of my favorite players to cover, because I like what he's really about. He's not giving up. He's not quitting on this team. He's not, huffing and puffing, really. He believes in the team. He believes in the organization, and we'll see if they can put something nice around him as his career in Detroit continues. And Utah, they have a lot of talent. They got a risk taker in Danny Ainge. We'll see what they do. I don't really see the direction to go in besides stockpile a lot of assets and try to get a franchise player. I don't really care too much about the draft coming up this year. I know there's a lot of guys that are good, but we do have to see how they translate, and we do have to see if they can defend. We do have to see if they can score at the NBA level. It's just a totally different game than the lower levels, and we understand that. We know it. Sometimes you can transition seamlessly, but that depends on the coach. That depends on the talent that you have around you. And these teams, the difference is they both have floor spacing and they both have playmakers. That makes it easier for you to fit in. So I can see a lot of these guys in the next coming draft just seamlessly already adjusting very easily because of summer league, because of preseason, getting them acclimated to these teams easier. And since they're unselfish and they ball mover type teams, all you gotta do is be able to make plays, make shots, and make the right decision. And if you do that by reading and reacting, you'll be in a good situation with these teams. But will that lead to more wins? The NBA is getting bigger, it's getting better, and some teams are always making moves to stay at the top or stay in the middle, which keeps these teams from climbing. The Pistons did a lot of things to make this team better, and teams did the same thing. So that's what kept them at the bottom, and you can say the same thing for Utah. But that's how hard the NBA is. It's all about winning. It's all about competing. It's all about livelihood. And guys take those things serious, whether they're a GM or a coach or even players or even just the owner. Sometimes you get tired of hearing it. Sometimes you want to prove something. You want to do something. And these teams eventually going to get to that point. We just have to see what they're going to do. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And at the same time, if you're new to the channel, I got conversation videos just like this. Also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current players, rookies, and future stars. And I also do cover the NBA draft and mock draft usually every year. So if you like that type of content, you want more of it, especially at the NBA level, this is the channel for you. Check out my channel if you want to see what I do or what I offer in a more, broad and way to look at it. Is all on my channel already. And I will also say, if you want to follow me and get different type of content, you can follow me on social media. Those will be on the channel too. Other than that, see you guys later with more analysis, hopefully today, if not early morning tomorrow. See you guys. Peace.